HaMashiach, Jesus, the Messiah. He lived in Israel. He traveled in Israel. He preached in Israel. He healed in Israel. He went from town to town in Israel. He did many of the things our brother, Pastor Israel, is involved in doing right now. Help our audience understand what is going on right now, where and how these things are taking place.
Yeah. It's happening right now in Israel, like you said, but also I really like to think about history. 2,000 years ago, gospel was preached in Jerusalem, all over Israel, and Yeshua said to his disciples, go and preach the gospel in Jerusalem first, Judea, Samaria, and to the end of the earth. Now, 2,000 years later, we're living in Israel again, and we see how gospel is coming back and returning to its cities. And it's amazing to see when Israel was reborn as a country, most of the cities were rebuilt and they have same biblical names. Ashdod is one of them, as example, Ashkelon and others. Now we see how nations came back, but also nowadays we see how gospel is coming back. And 2,000 years ago, Yeshua was walking there with 12 Jewish apostles, and we say Jewish guys, apostles that changed the world. And today, gospel is preached in Israel, first of all, by Jewish people. So it's amazing to see we're not coming back to Israel, to the land, to our nation. We survived, through the thousands of years, but also gospel coming back and received this time by Jewish people. And I'm blessed to see how we're reaching out to people, speaking about Yeshua, helping poor and needy, and basically doing what Yeshua did, what Jesus did. And today, nowadays, we see healing power of Yeshua, and we have visitors who come and they ask us for prayers, and they receive healing. And it's so exciting to think about people coming from the nations. Now it's not a big move, but it's a beginning to get healed in Israel. So Yeshua pouring his spirit on local ones, on Israelis, and through the body of Messiah, through local believers in Yeshua, who preaching, I would say, Jewish gospel or having Jewish approach to the gospel. But also we see a power of Holy Spirit, life being changed, people get saved and have encounters with Yeshua, Jesus, but also get healed and delivered. And that's amazing. This is the gospel.
God has not changed. His arm is not shortened. The miracles that he did in the scriptures, he still does today. And I don't think we should be shocked when God chooses to reveal himself in power. He uses his power to bring glory to himself. And he's doing that in Israel. And it is opening doors so that Jewish people are paying attention. Jewish people who do not yet know Yeshua as Messiah, they're seeing the changed lives. They're seeing the love that is reflected through congregations like yours. Mm-hmm. And they're becoming open to ask questions and to give credence to the possibility that maybe this stuff is true.
One of the amazing journeys for me, I preach the gospel in different nations and in Israel. And sometimes people ask me, is there a difference? What is the difference? It's the same gospel. And it's true, same gospel, same spirit, same power, but different approach. And when you study book of Acts, how Jewish people, how apostles preach the gospel, they based their preaching and conversations on Old Testament prophecies. And actually, it's what we do. Speaking with Israelis today, it's not enough just tell them Yeshua, Jesus came to save you and he's Jewish. I mean, it's a good thing. It's important to know. Still, not everybody knows that. But also, we really need to know biblical prophecies. And it's amazing to see how God is using Old Testament prophecies to reveal himself to Jewish people. And it's happening again and again. We have seen many stories how people who were far away from Yeshua suddenly had visitations and they gave their life, and they were shocked to discover that Yeshua Jesus is a Jewish Messiah.
When we return, I would love for you to be able to share with our audience about some of the other outreaches in different communities that you're involved with. Will you do that for us?
Yeah, I would love to.
All right, in just a moment we'll return. Please stay tuned.